Well, I was going to attempt to do this video live, but luckily with awesome technology, I wasn't able to. So here we are, making a video again. Well, making another video. I was really excited to go live, but not in the cards tonight. So here's a video that I promised you with the retipping of the prongs, claws. So up next, check it out. So firstly, we've got our ring and we need to replace or retip these 6 prongs. What I've got here is my plate. It's actually platinum, and what I do, I chop little sections similar to when you cut solder plate, but this is just platinum, and I use these little squares to then solder it onto the little prongs to make them thicker and stronger. So yeah, let's get started. So I'll take my snips. I'd rather cut it a little bit longer than having it too short. So I'll just place them there. So there we've got 5. So we'll do another 3 of them, just so we are sure we have enough. And in case we drop 1 or 2, we have extra. So with this ring, because it's not all diamonds, it looks like a grape garnet in the center, and they can tolerate a certain amount of heat, but not excessive amount. So let's see if I can show you this. Just my crusty boric powder, and methylate spirits mix, which acts as a protective barrier for the stones. That should do it. And next up we need some solder. Can't do much without solder. I'm using white gold solder, 9 karat medium white. All we need is small little pieces. It's only trouble with working with such a small piece of solder. That is unfortunately all I've got at the moment. I've ordered more solder, but we just had a long weekend here in New Zealand, so everything is slightly delayed. I think that's what happened with the internet this morning. Oh, by the way, it's just gone 3 a.m. But this is what we do if we want to make YouTube videos and have a day job. Okay, so we've got our torch ready, got our solder ready, got our blocks ready. So let's start retipping. Grab some flux, apply some light heat to the prongs. So applying my flux evenly. Just so I've got a nice coating going. Grab some solder. So what you want to do, just evenly heat up the prong, just gradually. So stone might change color, and that's just because of the heat. So I've got some solder going, get the plate. And position it. That should do. On to the next one. Turn it ever so slightly. So hopefully when you are doing retipping, you don't have to keep the camera in consideration. Let's see how that works. This one's shifted ever so slightly. There we go. One more to go. Yep, that should do. So there you go. There's the prongs with the new heads on it, all soldered. So don't worry too much if it appears to be slightly crooked at this stage. Of course, we'll still shape it and make it look good. And you'll see slowly as the ring starts to cool down, the stone also regains its original color back. So the trick is with that, don't use a flame that's too sharp, otherwise you could smoke the stone. And bear in mind, you can't do this with all stones. You need to have a certain amount of experience to know which stones can take the heat and which ones can't, which most definitely can lose the color in the stone, especially if they've been heat treated, or if it's just in general a soft stone like emerald and morganite, those type of stones, and citrine. They don't like being retipped in the setting. And next in a future video I'll still show you how to do a retipping job when you have to unset the stone. But for now, we can just add little plate heads onto the collet, or the prongs at least, to get them nice and sturdy again. Okay, so I'm going to leave this to cool down for a bit. Chuck it in the acid pot, pickle pot. Let it sit there for about 10 minutes, and then get to cleaning. Okay, so now we've had it in the acid for a wee bit longer than 10 minutes, and I'm quite happy with how everything's soldered. Stone is nice and clean, just has the original scuff marks on there, no damage to the stone, so just time to clean up. Okay, so we've placed the ring in our ring clamp, and it's not called a dead man's grip like I've heard some other YouTube channels mention it. It's a ring clamp. That's all it is. Cool. So we'll start by just hammering down the prongs. Just hammer down nice and even. Close to the stone as possible. We don't want any bits and pieces sticking up, because those bits will end up catching, and then you'll have the client come back to you and complain, "Oh, you've just redone my claws and it's catching on my cardigan." Don't hate that. Cool. That should do. I would encourage you to learn how to use this little tool. It's called a Moore's disc, and if you can master this little tool, it'll save you a lot of time. You essentially use it as a file, so you don't have to it takes a lot quicker than a file. And if you can master it, it can be your best friend. But if you don't know how to use it, it'll definitely be your worst enemy. If you slip for this, then you'll have a problem, a huge problem. Now that we've cleaned away most of the claws, then I'll come in with the file, safety back file, and just tidy it up. Get some nice crisp edges on the claws, a nice shape to it. Don't want sharp corners, and just file away all the way around. Make sure everything is nice and clean and crisp. So next we'll just change over to sandpaper. My little homemade sandpaper discs. I've made a previous video on how to make these. Feel free to check it out. I'll try and remember to pop a link in the description for that video. If you use a very fine sandpaper, you won't stand the risk of damaging the stone. Yeah, by airbrush in on quarter motor, apply some polish, and start shining it up. Okay, next we'll just dip it in ultrasonic and see what it looks like. Well, there you have it, folks. That's going to do it for today's video. Hope you've learned something. Hope you've taken something away from this video, and if you have, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel, where we try and do educational videos around jewelry. And if you have any questions, just drop me a note in the squiggly box down below, and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can with my version of the correct answer. So yeah, all that's left to do for me to say is thanks for watching, have a good one, stay creative, Chunky Jeweler out.